Hi, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I want to talk a little bit about something, a brand that I've been quietly tracking, and I just want to give some constructive feedback. Not that I am an expert, so anyway. Victoria's Secret lately, I feel that it has not really measured up to where it started. And there are certain things that, as a marketing person, you can kind of sense from what you see happening or not happening. I feel like they've kind of lost their brand identity a little bit. And I'd love to hear you all kind of chime in just a little bit and let me know what you think. So there are certain brands that I feel like in the space of Victoria's Secret who has really been able to capture more market share. That brand in particularly has been Fenty. I think Rihanna has done a great job really identifying a market and creating a platform and being non-traditional when it comes to how she markets the brand. I think the brand is amazing. I feel like it's a really solid brand. I think it's really cutting edge and it's trendy and it's right on target with specifically millennials and Gen Z in particular. And I think that a lot Victoria's Secret could take a page out of the Fenty handbook. The one thing that I noticed about Victoria's Secret, I feel like they've kind of lost their way a little bit. Before, when they started, they were very specific as it related to lingerie. We all loved the fashion show when it started to be streamed on prime time. I thought that was a great move for the brand. And lately, I feel like it has leaned a little bit to the college audience, specifically with the sub brand that they have. And I see that they're trying to really make their way back to where they started, which I think is great. But I noticed that after the Me Too movement, they said they were going to shift how they marketed and engage the perspective of women. But the reality is that women are multifaceted. We love to be sexy. We love to be dynamic. We love to be strong in the bedroom as well as strong in the boardroom. So I feel that when you look at Victoria's Secret as a brand, they really are undecided about which direction they want to go. And so, if I had to say anything to Victoria's Secret, the first thing I would say is lean in on the new woman. First of all, decide which woman you're going to target. I personally believe that Fenty has a lockdown on the Gen Z audience and the younger versions of the millennials. But I feel that as women are approaching in their 40s and 50s, they're having kids much older now. That is a very great opportunity for them to lean in and figure out how to re engage that target audience. So, from my perspective, what I think they should do is look at really taking an aggressive, I mean, like pour in 20% of your marketing budget next year to figure out how you're going to identify your new target audience and what they want. The audience is not the same. It feels different. I feel like you're trying to play an old playbook. And definitely now so much has happened within women and with and to women in the culture that we live in. You're going to have to rewrite and create a whole new playbook. You cannot use and do what you used to do before. So the first thing I would do is look at who your consistent audience is. Look at who has been your tried and true bread and butter, and then measure that against market share with Fenty. Start looking at the demographics of that audience. Look at who that audience is as it relates to demographics, is of age, demographics, the psychographics of their audience, and then figure out if that audience that has consistently been your bread and butter, are they the audience that you started with? Or have you seen, which I suspect they probably will, have you seen a decrease in the original audience that you started with, who are now women in their late 30s, their 40s and 50s, who have the spending capital. So what I would suggest to Victoria's Secret is that you lean in on creating a more exclusive, more upscale, sophisticated brand that can really engage women, not just from a lingerie perspective, but also upgraded leisure wear. What I'm saying is, I really think that you should lean in more and create a whole new genre of apparel. I don't think you need to replay what you did before because your audience, the core women audience that you have, is not the same. I think you need to really focus on how to give your original audience something new because they've grown and they've matured from where you first started. That's the first thing. The second thing is what you don't want to do is do an influencer campaign. Your influencer campaign is not the campaign for you. Your campaign now should really be focused on your energy, your effort, your money is to create a whole new genre for this 40 to 50-year-old woman. Women now, they have more spending capital, especially when you look at women who are over 40. They are mothers, they are business owners. We have engaged sexiness in a new way. What I'm saying is, I think you should start really looking at strategic partnerships with women like Nicole Kidman, with women like Halle Berry, with women like Naomi Watts, with women like Eva Mendes. Like, this is your new audience. Look at how you can engage them as brand ambassadors. Work with them to create a whole new genre for this new woman. These women are by no means at all not sexy. They are sexy, but they are redefining sexy. And with that, so must your apparel line. You have to do something different. But I really feel that now women are talking about menopause a lot more. Women are figuring out really how to re-engage and reinvigorate their sexuality. We are no longer bound by what men think, even though we love men, but we have really broken out of the bondage of even how we see life. We're older mothers, we're having kids in our 40s now. And I think you really need to lean in more assertively from a research perspective and create something completely new, an upscale brand targeted to women who are in their 40s and their 50s. And you need to start on the research ASAP. I hope this helps you. I love Victoria's Secret. It was one of the first pieces of lingerie or my first spin when I started making real money. And I want to see the brand do well. I'm committed to it. And good luck. Let me know in your comments if you're women or men what you would like to see. Give me your feedback. Have a blessed day.